We should be live. Right then. Let's get cracking, motherfuckers. Morning, motherfuckers. Hope you guys are doing well. It's a cold Monday morning. Really, really cold. It's not snowing in the UK. Oh, well, it's snowing in the UK and like the London side and stuff like that, but not in the Brummy side, you know, the best city in the world. But we do what we do. How's it going, guys? Man, good to have you here. Give the morning shout out, man. Derry, welcome to the welcome to the finals. Ah, Derry, big love to you, my bro. Bon Biggie, what's good, brother? Good to have you here. Bless your mom. Send her our love, man. I spent some time with her as well, man. Starsky, what you saying, my bro? Nah, man. I wish I could go snowboarding with you, bro. That's kind of mad. Mm. Mr. M's in the house. We got Stanley. We got Jordan Doherty. Good to have you here, man. Thank you so much for that as well. Justin, Spaffers, John Caboose, KMS is in the house. Sebastian, GP, Gandalf, Gruner. We've got the lot in here as well. We've got Punit here. As some of you are aware, well, number one, I think most importantly, let's get the cat. Let's just talk about the bad news in it. I look like fucking Charlie Chaplin, don't I? So I went to my barber's. Story time now. I went to my barber's in it. Well, not in my barber's, but my usual barber's. He's not there. I'm smoking up something nice actually, so I was like, fucking enjoy this week now. Anyway, went to my barber's, right, and he's not there. My regular's an old man, he's in his like late 50s. He's sick. Anyway, so this other geezer's there. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I need to have a haircut. I said, do my hair, do my beard, this and that, X, Y, and Z. Does the hair all good? He's doing the beard in it. Does the lining and everything's all blessed. I'm quite happy with it. And he goes for the beard. And I told him the mustache, right? It's got a bushy mustache. You can see like it grows over here. And I was like, yo, can you just make it a bit slimmer, innit? Nice and clean. And the geezer on one side just takes it down over here. I looked at him. I looked at the fucking mirror. I'm like, I look fucked. And he goes, why? What's wrong? I go, nah, man, you made it too thin, man. And he's like, nah, it's good. This is how the mustache is supposed to be like X, Y, and Z. And I was like, I look like fucking Charlie Chaplin. And he's cracking up. I'm like, what are you fucking laughing for? You're the one who did this to me, innit? And he's like, no, you don't look like Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin looks like Hitler. I go, I'm 2 slits away from fucking looking like Hitler, fam. And he's like, nah, it's fine. So he spins me around. This bear man sitting behind me, innit? And he goes, how's his mustache look like? And they look at me, they're like, yo, it looks sick. They look sick in it. And I'm looking around. I'm like, you guys are all young, man. You're like in your like late teens or in your 20s as well. Bro, I'm 30, man, right? I can't be looking like this. And then they're like, what's wrong with it? I'm like, I look like fucking Charlie Chaplin. One guy goes, who's Charlie Chaplin? I'm going, exactly. You don't even fucking know who he is. And that's a disrespect to fucking comedy as well. You bastard. Fucking look like Hitler. Yeah, trader Hitler, man. What the fuck is wrong with me? I thought, you know what? And then the guy's like, should I shave it off? I go, it's too fucking late. I must have rock it now. Fucking hell, man. Fresh trim. I look like fuck. Yeah, it's cold. It is cold. Like my back of my head, it's like the hairs are standing out, and the hairs are really like the short over here. But it's somehow standing out. But anyway, it is what it is, man. You got who else we got? We got Brandon in the house. Good to have you here. Anyone else get a weird buzz through the road? Bro, everyone keeps saying that over and over again. I don't understand why that keeps happening. Let me just turn this down over here. 1 second. Hopefully it's a lot better now. I don't know. It is happening a few times. I have tried, I've ordered new cables as well. But anyway, we've got TCX, we've got Raphael. How you doing, my bro? Raheem's in the house. Sorry, Bon Biggie. Sorry. Focus on your driving. But I look like fucking Charlie Chaplin, bro. What the fuck, man? Trader Hitler. Bro, I swear to God, I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually takes a picture, like screenshots this, right? And then literally there's a picture next to Hitler, so spot the difference. I mean, I probably would do it if no one's gonna do it, but fucking hell, man. Like, I got family over at my place, and like, I came back home. My cousin goes to me, why do you look like Hitler? Fucking hell, man. Bless her. What's going on, Mario? What's going on, Dave? And so that's the first thing in it. The second thing is this is gonna be like the last week of the Dank's daily trades. I'm gonna do Monday to Friday. Um, I'm gonna focus on the DC on the country club itself, and I'll still do some streams here and there. I'll do the weekend outlook. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it on the YouTube. Gives you a rough a rough outlook what's going to happen next week as well, like that kind of stuff. And then we'll do the odd like day trades kind of thing from time to time. So it comes down to whenever I feel like it, but it'll be more of like focusing on the DCC. I think I've done what I can for 6 months. 6 months I've been doing this on a daily basis, on like every single time. Whether I'm ill, I mean the moments I've had COVID, and that was one moment I was off, and there was another moment when I was in Mexico. I had a massive fever. Even when I was in Mexico and Turkey, I was still doing the trades. Mm. I think I've done my service. You guys know who I am. You guys know how I trade and how I play. You guys know that I'm legit in terms of actually giving content, useful content to you guys on a daily basis. So it's time to actually give more to the DCCs than to everyone else. There's only so much I can do for everyone, and I feel like I've done enough. I've done a lot for you guys. I think I'll do one more bang, which I'm actually in the plans of doing this. I've been wanting to do this, and I think it's come out at a perfect time to end the whole Dank's daily trade series with just like a basic concept of trading, like a beginner's guide. When I say beginner's guide, it's gonna be really really beginner's guide, but more focus on the DCC. So there's a lot more content that will be there. In terms of the DC of the country club itself, a lot more time I want to give to it as well. It is the bear market, so I want to focus on those guys to make money for them in the bear market. There's only so much I can do for everyone else out there, which is weird. When I put the tweet out there, said this is the last week X1, and said I got some hate tweets in it, and this one guy goes, "You're a dickhead." So I accepted his fucking thingy, his message in it. I'm like, "Why am I a dickhead?" And he's like, "Yeah, how am I gonna make money?" I go, "I don't know, like, how good are you at sucking dick?" I don't know, man. What the fuck do you want me to do? Mm. What's up, Dave? Mario, we got Brew. How you doing, Brew? Hey, we got Brew in the house. How you doing? It must be fucking like late for you guys, isn't it? In Australia. Bless you. Really appreciate you being here. Spaffers, I've been watching you for about 2 weeks and learned so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Look, the group's always open. You guys can do whatever you want to do, but I've got to do what's right for me, for my team and my community, and stick by them. So I've taken that decision there. Thought about it for a little while, and I thought, yeah, this is it, man. So this is what I'm gonna do. I appreciate that, Seamus. Really appreciate that, man. I'm doing well, bro. Is it bro or brulee? How do I say it? Or like brew? Like I'm reading it as creme brulee. Like no offense, but I'm reading it as like that. So maybe I am getting it wrong. But by the way, guys, yeah, like last week, if you remember on Friday, I asked her to take a picture and of her and put at Trader Dank underneath it, right? Like and she did a video. If you guys most of you guys must have seen it anyway. But she's legit. I saw her thing her Instagram. She's a legitimately pretty lady. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it is Brule. Okay, I was right. Okay, Brule. I'm not taking the piss at her. Yeah, but she's legit. She's actually a thingy, a lady. I mean, like, I'm not gonna screenshot her Instagram for you guys or pop it in here. That's fucked up. But she's a legitimate woman. Like, I rate that. So, all right, let's get cracking then. So, what we got? We got dollar index. Let's look at the weekly, how the weekly close, and let's get cracking, right? So, weekly, what's interesting here is that we've got this little block over here that's highlighted in blue. We've got a range band environment, which is actually where the price has been ranging. I mean, price range over here, come back down, close below it, retested it, come back down. So we're below this weekly here, this weekly range. That's number, whoops, fuck that. Below the weekly range over here. And this is the, like an order block itself that's holding the market at the moment. I mean, there's two things going to happen. Either we're going to hold above it and pop up, and we got a trend line, which I'll show you on a smaller time frame, and pop up, or we actually lose this level here, and we lose this level here. I think we go down to at least to around here in these areas there, which is about 101.5, looking to about 103. That's the area. That's the next area there. What's going to happen next? It is FOMC next week on Wednesday. It is FOMC on Wednesday, and we got CPI on Tuesday. So it's going to be a very volatile week. Now, like you got to remember, right? Is that yes, we are, like the Feds are looking to actually, calm down with the whole rate hikes and stuff like that. But remember, when we do have the Fed pivot, I'm saying this week in it, and then after that, I'm going to just remind the guys in the DCC over and over again that it's time to short the market. And boy, when we're shorting the market, lads and ladies and lads, dudes and dudettes, how do we call it? I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry. When we're ready to short, we're gonna go fucking down. Like, fam, this is gonna Like dollar index will do its thing. Who gives a shit? But like in terms of BTC and Ethereum and alts, bro, let's send them back to zero. I'm down for that. It's gonna be a really great 6 months. I think 6 months to a year, and then we'll have a little bit well, it'll be consolidating, but alts will just drop hard. It's like, for example, like LTC, fuck it being at here, man. Will it come to the mid range of 2019 mid range? I don't know, right? I'd like to think so. He can do whatever he wants to do. Will it come up to here? I don't care, but once we're going back down, we'll go back down to 2019's low, and I think that's gonna be a beautiful short there. Look at BNB for example. BNB, I'm still in the short here. Fuck BNB. I mean, like, well, not, I don't mean like that, but like, it stopped me out twice. I don't like getting stopped at twice. Once is enough, but the second time I need to, you know, take the money off you. You stopped me out twice. You ain't fooling me again, no more. And then so what's happened? I'm in the short on BNB, and to send this back down. And how low can we go? As a general rule of thumb, I think we go really fucking low. This is the weekly, isn't it? Right. So let me just zoom out. Yeah, man. Well, let's look at here first. This area here, right? That's the first area there, which comes in around like 186 ish. Let's call it 190, and then we'll see what the deal is afterwards. Do we go down for like this inefficiency? I don't really care. I'm happy to send this down lower. Again, looking at, let's look at another one. Solana. Let's send this down to $5, man. I don't think it should be over here. Do we pop up into this area here and then send the market back down? I don't know. Or do we come back up into here? I don't know. But I do want to see this low come back to this support here. About $5. That's Solana there. XRP. I want XRP to go down lower into this. It's back in this accumulation zone, from like 2020's accumulation zone right there. Before we had the pop up, I want us to go back into it at least 25 cents to the minimum, and that's the range low. That's the range. Oops, that's the range low environment from between these highs and lows and stuff like that. Will it come into here, take out this low, and then reclaim? I don't fucking know. If it does, this is your confirmation for higher prices and X, Y, and Z. Miles, let's go for another one. I mean, some of these one like Axes, man, send this fucker back down to zero. It doesn't belong here. Mana as well. Who gives a shit about this kind of coins? Like really shit. RSR, send this down to fucking like lower prices there as well. I think the whole market's gonna go down. Doge, I wanted to go down to fucking 1 cent, fam. This is where I want to go. We're just holding this range over here. Come on, guys. Let's be honest. This is not fucking convincing, right? So range bound environment from this high here to this low there. But I use this weekly candle over here, and we broke out. You know, come back down, find resistance, come back up. It's still a lower high. Regardless what you want to say, there's nothing fucking bullish about this. I mean, I will flip my plans. I will talk about the plans afterwards in terms of like what's right and wrong and whatever. But there's nothing for me. I mean, this could be it. This could be the whole fucking candle thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just trying to make up this shit up as I go along. It could be. I mean, this looks like it's broken out, but I don't know. It looks bad, but I want it to go back down if the markets go down. I do want to show you something quickly before I actually go to dollar index. Actually, this is total 2. Now, no total. Let's go on the 1 hour, right? So what you need to focus is this is a range bound environment. This is like the range high, the range low. I don't know why I got this one. I can't remember what it was, but you can find support, going back down, deviation, and just sell off there. And we're coming, and where we're sitting at, right? Like we're sitting at this purple line, and what this purple line is actually the previous all-time high, and that's where, like in terms of the market cap, this is excluding BDC, so that includes Ethereum. We're sitting at the top of the previous all-time high, so it's time to fucking send this back down lower, man. You know what I'm saying? Come back down, come into this area about 200 billion, send it lower, man. I think it's time to go back down lower. It is going to be a really horrible market. But it'd be great for shorts. You know, I'm loving this. I'm gonna make some nice money out of that, and then and store it on the side and get ready for the next one. That's really the plan is now for me. But on the 1 hour, what I want to show you is this. Let me just do that. There we go. So no, there we go. So what we got here, right, was it this chart? It was this chart, wasn't it? I think so. Yeah, I think so. No, it wasn't this chart. Where was this chart? One second. Give me a second. I took a screenshot of it as well. There we go. 1 second. Just give me a second. Where the fuck are you, man? Come on. There we go. So this was what? Total, oh, that's total 2. That's different. Yeah, fuck it. Anyway, total thingy. The total market cap as well. It's looking like it's going to come back down. what I'd like to see is, I mean, I'm quite happy for it to push back up. Where to? Probably into these lows here. Oops. I mean, you can see this is, fuck's sake, what's going on? Why is it not fucking doing it properly there? Oh, now is my pen fucking up today? Let me close this, man. Fuck's sake. Give me a second. Yep. Where's that pen? Is it reopening up again? It's just working. It's gonna go. She is what, like a, yeah, she's a real one. Yeah, she's a real chick. She's a, yeah. What's this DCC? DCC. It's a Daink Country Club. It's what's it called? It's like a private group itself. There's a Discord server, so everything's gonna go onto the Discord server itself. You can check it out. The website is just right underneath there, scrolling across. Traderdank.com. It tells you some information about what we do there, and then like the server is where I actually do all my posts and whatnot there. Thank you so much for that, Curtis. How you doing, my bro? I look like fucking Charlie Chaplin, though, bro. I've been telling them, man. Like I'm. That's it. That's Hitler right there. That's literally Hitler. What I've got. Fucked up, man. Fucked up my mustache. I gotta say. But yeah, the hair looks alright. I gotta say. More, what's going on? KMS, a CHZ, bro. It's going down. We talked about it yesterday actually with the guys. CHZ USDT, bro. It's down, man. We're making new lows. Fuck the FIFA. FIFA's ending as well. I think we'll come back down at least to a minimum to these highs there. Then like probably. I mean, if I were to draw a fucking trend line like that, look at this. We've fucking lost it, man. Like it's over. Game over. CZ, not CZ, CHZ. Or you want to do it like that, you can do whatever you want, but it's a complete loss. Send the market back down, man. Short the market. FOMC is coming on Wednesday, right? So let me just bring this up. Tomorrow I got CPI at 1:30 in the UK time, and then FOMC is at 7 o'clock. So yeah, 7:30. Sorry, that's the Fed's run. Fed. The statement's coming out, and then 7:30 is the conference. And in my opinion, I think look, I don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to reduce the rates? Are they going to do this to 50 BPS and keep it at 75 BPS? We don't know what's going to happen. But I'm waiting for the fucking Fed pivot. I'll be honest with you. I'm waiting for that, and I'm just going to sell the fuck out of it, man. And that's what I'm going to do. Chili's is done, yeah, absolutely. Chili's is completely done. I don't think there's any reason for me to be bullish. I mean, where could it come up to? Well, first target will be here. Like I said, that's the first target. Secondary targets will be here. I want to see us come back into this area there, and then probably into here, which looks fucked, right? I'm just saying 3 cents, man, for a fucking FIFA partnership. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. Like the game's the game. I'm here to short until proven otherwise. When it's the bull market, I play the longs. I play the bullish longs and keep longing till it's time to short again. So that's the market for you. What is all the FUD about Binance? I don't really know what's going on, but let's be honest, right? FUD or no FUD, it doesn't really matter. The market is looking terrible, right? We'll go through the whole plan and stuff like that, but I think it looks shit. Something's up with the audit. I think someone was calling out Binance as well. Don't know if you remember. I don't know what it was. Yeah, I don't know if you remember. Oh, it's nice to have a coffee. That we talked about. Someone actually was talking about like, Binance. He's gonna expose Binance and X, Y, and Z, and it looks like it's fucking true. But to be honest, does it surprise us? Not really. It doesn't surprise me, let alone you guys. Reason why? Well, it probably surprised you guys because it's all new. But like I said to you, the chart tells you the story. It's fucked. Look, this is like, look at Chili's for example. It's really really bent over backwards. Like Batty boy, like that's not the right word. The Batty bum is just getting fucking spread out and stuff like it's mad. If this is the low and that's the high, this is the range bound environment. You can see that, right? Come up there, find resistance, deviation, 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 sell off, man. And how long will it hold this mid range, this range low? We couldn't even go back to the range high. That's how shit it is. So market's gonna be shit. And like, does it do something like this? Pop back down and do this? I don't know. Play into this area here. I'd be quite happy to do that, but I don't think anything's worth actually holding, in my opinion. Dot is gone down. I mean, what is this motherfucking shit? What else we got? Let's look at Link. Link the motherfucker. It's going down to range low, right? If you guys have been following me on this, right? Like, yeah, I was saying, for us to get bullish, we need to reclaim this high there. Nothing proved it, man. Nothing proved it. It's fucking shit. Let's come back down to at least $5 first, and let's go to $4.50. after $4.50, let's go down lower, right? Because it's I don't see why we should actually be in this level here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I picked that this fucking high, but anyway, yeah. Oh, okay. See where I got from. But yeah, I don't see it being worth it as well. If you look at it this way, 2021's low was here, right? This is 2021's low. Just one single line tells you everything you need to know, right? Where's the fucking line? There we go. Look at that. Right. Let me just hide my face for a second, and you guys can see. There's nothing more to say. You can clearly see how bearish it's been. Some people say, yeah, consolidation under resistance is bullish. Is it? We've been consolidating for quite some time. Yeah, I mean, right here, consolidating here, popped up. It's a deviation, consolidation here, popped up, deviation, consolidation here. We're finding resistance all the way here, consolidation within the same range, popped up, deviation, again consolidation. So it's clearly on like making, like, we couldn't take out these highs there, right? And this low here, we've taken out the lows there, so we're making lower lows and lower highs. So if we do something like that, take out this low there, and that's it. Off you go, man. Send the fucker back down. There's nothing to accumulate, in my opinion. I don't see anything that's worth it. There could be like a couple of meme coins here and there that will pop up, but you have to be quite early with them as well. So it's looking like a pile of shit, if you ask me. I ain't gonna lie to you. It really is looking like. I'm trying to see what else. If there's anything to saving grace, but there's nothing. But fuck it, never mind. What can we do? This is the market for you. People's gonna get hurt. People's gonna lose a lot of money, but you still gotta be. You gotta read the right side of the market and play the market as it is. So what we got here with dollar index now, right? DYDX is an exchange for trading. I've never tried it, to be honest. I've not tried anything. I've only, like, the ones I use, like Mexi, Bybit, those ones in it, the common ones, but not the DYDX. I like to check it out after the when at the bottom of the bull run, see what's up in it, then look at accumulating some of the coins. But if I were to bring up a DYDX chart actually quickly, USDT. Come on, lads. I mean, what is bullish about this? There's nothing absolutely bullish about this. We've made, like, yeah, we're below the open itself. You can't really fucking call that itself. But if I were, it looks like fucking thingy. This is interesting. I know where this is going. This is like July's low over here. All right, now it's June. July's low over here. This is June's. Yeah, okay, cool. So July's high is there, and you can see the range band environment right here. That's been quite interesting. So let's just focus on this for a second. All right, on DYDX, low to high, high to low, deviation back to high, going back down to low. It's I don't see why we want to hold. It may be like a decentralized exchange or whatever, but who's fucking buying anything? Who's trading really? There's not much people trading. The ones who are trading are the ones who actually want to make it in preparation for the bull run, or the ones who want to learn how to trade, or the ones who want to kill the bear market continuously. But there's nothing bullish about it, man. I mean, like, for me personally, I mean, let's look at the fucking that's a DYDX coin. There we go. That's it. Yeah. I mean, what's the market cap? 100 million market cap. It's a bit too high if you ask me. It's a bit too high if you think about it. And there's only 7% of the circulating supply. So for a project that's been out for quite a while. I mean, it's been out since fucking for a year itself. And even with the narrative of FTX and whatever, it hasn't done anything special. It's just like, if we would look at Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet was a coin, but Trust, yeah, TWT, Trust Wallet tokens, that popped up in it when the whole CZ and the what you call it, bullshit happened in it, right? That's popped up, and that has more like I mean, like, he's gonna come back down. Obviously, I don't think he's gonna stay up, but you can clearly see that with the, and this has been out since like fucking 2020. Fucking 2020 has been popped up, and we moved all the way to like $2.64 right now. So I mean, it's looking like it's gonna be a top. This is parabolic move. You've seen this happening in 2021 with crypto, and every single coin is there. Parabolic move, where you see fast move up, get ready to short it once you get below this low. For example, if I were to actually just chart this out right like that, once we get below, let it do its thing. Once we come back down below this low, break down there. That's your confirmation. Hard stop over here. If I could send this back down to at least a minimum into here, and let's see what happens there. I've got a range band environment I can use, probably use 2021's range low to 2021's range high around there, and then that's a range band environment. Here we go. And the mid range comes about here, and then once we bounce up here, probably do something like this, come back down to the mid range, and then we'll see what happens. Does it hold the mid range? And if it holds the mid range, I'm ready to actually buy some during the bull market here. Off we go. Send this motherfucker back up. That's a fucking mad plan right there off the bat. But I'm in my zone. You know what? I'm gonna smoke up another spliff, man. Fuck this. I'm in my zone. 1 second, guys. CZ owns Trust Wallet too. I don't believe he owns it. I believe he's got a partnership with them, but or he has a massive share, something along the lines of that. But it was definitely but he's definitely working with Trust Wallet. But then again, you think about it this way: if Binance is gonna get fucked over by some audit, I don't know what's going on. I haven't followed it, to be honest. If Binance is following, it's gonna get bent over. Trust Wallet will get bent over. BNB will get bent over. And I like the guys in the DCC knows where I'm looking to buy BNB coin. It's not anywhere here. I've not been bullish at all for in terms of going up to the previous all-time high or whatever. I would like to, just for one quick fucking thank you, Sidiums. I told the guys, man, bro, at the beginning of the stream, I look like fucking Charlie Chaplin, man. I look fucking mad. It's the mustache, man. The mustache looks fuck me up there. But really and truly, if I were to look at it this way, well, none of us, right? Let's be honest. None of us has actually been in a proper bear market. When I say a proper bear market, this bear market is one thing in it. Don't get me wrong. It's been a tricky one to play. It's not as brutal as 2017. I was telling the guys, it's not as brutal as 2018. Sorry, the 2018 one was much more brutal. And those who actually was in 2018, if you disagree, please do tell me. The reason why I'm saying that is back in April, right? We had like a mini alt run that lasted for a month. And like coins were popping 3-4x minimum. That was like the base. The large caps were popping 3-4x. And what was happening is that once it was sort of popping, and those we didn't know how to trade in it. Yeah, Cali Orange, that's the one. We didn't know how to trade. I mean, I'm talking about myself in it. I didn't know how to trade properly. I'm not saying I was pro, but I'm decent at my job. I'm good at what I do in it, right? I think I'm really good at what I do, and I became bullish again. I became bullish because 2018 was just like, all right, then we're having a mini alt run. I didn't know what a fucking mini alt run is, but like, so I was, then it was to flip the bias from being bearish to bullish, and then bullish back to bearish was really, really difficult. And then what happened was, like you get lost. Like I made losses again, in 2018. Dash short student, yeah, man, shorting the fuck out of everything, man. Indiana bubblegum. Ooh, never tried that. I love Cali Orange, man. Cali Orange is my favorite one. The first time I ever smoked Cali Orange, bro, I got not fucked, but it was the best high I ever had. It's like everything just chilled. You're on a live session there. But 2022 bear market has been a lot better. In what way? Once you flip bias into actually shorting, it's nothing else but short. There's no trickery in the market. There really hasn't been any sort of trickery apart from the one when we went to 24K. But if you look at it as July's range, once you step back into July's range, what do? You short the market. So it has been one of an interesting concept there. What's that? But it's been quite interesting. So we'll see how it goes. Check out the US 30 week. I mean, I can check out a lot of things, and everything looks kind of shit, to be honest, isn't it? Let's have a look at the Dow. I mean, I think a lot of people was using the Dow. All of a sudden, started using the support at the mid range, right? But I want to see how this mid range reacts. I mean, does it pop up for FMC and then finds resistance off this area and then breaks down and then does this? That's when I'll be looking to take the shorts down there. Or do we actually reclaim and hold above this, take out the highs, make higher highs, and keep going to 75 and then range high? That's that's a possibility. But I do think if they're gonna, this is a top 30 company in it, so I think it's like they're rallying it up in anticipation for the what do you call it, pivot. That's what it is. It looks to me just the strongest rally, to be honest, as well. But really what's interesting here is coming to this particular area here. Let me show you this. This area here. And that's what it's found resistance of this from this area here. Consolidation broke down, came back, didn't do a retest, come back down, lower lows, come back for a retest. This here to me is still the lower high. Thingy. I mean, we've taken out these highs there. We're taking out these highs here, and well, actually no, that's the lower low, lower low, so high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and it looks like it's broken market structure, but is it really gonna last? I mean, if I look at the week on the monthly, it looks very, very different on the monthly, which is where it becomes clear. It becomes clearer if we close below here, above here on the monthly, right here. Then what's gonna happen? We say that's a deviation, and we've come back into this order block right here. Well, really and truly, we've come back into this order block here. That's what it really did, and we then come back down, resistance, sell off, and then just take out these fucking lows. I think that's what's gonna happen, in my opinion. FTSE. Someone asked me about the FTSE 100, innit? I think it was, yeah, UK 100, that's it. I remember someone asked me about the UK 100 as well. Let's how that's doing. There we go. Bob's your fucking uncle, mate. You know what I'm saying? Bob's your motherfucking uncle. That's what it is. I mean, there was nothing bullish here. Been saying that over and over again. They did a little tricky right here, right? Did a little tricky. We come back onto the trend line. That's a deviation over here. This order block here held as support, and now like whoever it was that was actually looking at FTSE, I said your stop loss will be here, and this is your invalidation zone, so this you can play back down. Once we come back down over here, do something like this, and then we can play it back down to 75% of range, go back to mid range, play it back down to 25, and then just shank it back down to range low. I'll be quite happy with that. It is, I mean, like, especially look, if you were to start zooming it down, I'm doing a lot of a lot of different charts here, but start looking at this way, right? This is on the 4 hours, right? If I draw this range over here, you can see that we've broken it, we've lost it. You can do like that. Can I do like this? No, I don't think that looks right. Yeah, I think this is probably this best one is probably this one here. That's probably the best one, and you can see like that. So you got support over here, support again. We come back and as support, then we find resistance over here. We start getting chopping down. We start dropping down. It's like timber, motherfuckers. That's what it looks like to me. So again, nothing bullish in my opinion. Where am I wrong? We step back into the range, right? Once we get back up, I think what I like to see is literally see as an SR point of view. See this low here. So if we do something like this, pop back in, reclaim and hold above it, then I'll be like, all right, then that's your long, right? Take out these highs over here, take out this high there. Mid range is about here. I think we'll come back into this area, around to this area, and then we'll find some support over here, and then pop it up to take out these highs. If it is fucking bullish, you'll do something like this, higher highs, and keep making higher highs all the way, and you keep longing it on the way up. But if it were to come back up, what I'll be looking for is something like that, come back down, then I'll be like, all right then, step it back down. That's a swing failure, play it back down, and then we fucking send this back down. That's what I'm looking for. So, was it you, Michael? Was it you who was actually asking for UK 100? I remember someone was actually thinking talking about UK 100, and I saw SC actually post about UK 100. He was quite bullish on it as well, and I just couldn't see it being bullish in my opinion. I mean, that's my view. I was quite like, if I was wrong, I was wrong on the idea, but I think I'm still right. Like the validation still as it stands is here. That's where you're completely wrong on FTSE. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it completely goes. Anyway, dollar index. Let's get some work done because I think we're talking too much, right? Dollar index. We talked about it briefly. Let's carry on with this. Smash the likes, everybody. Show me some love as well. We've got a trend line going on over here. I mean, like, you can't really see on the thingy fucking. It's on the daily. You can probably see actually. Let's show you the daily. Yeah, you can see approximately that we've got a trend line going here. All right. So that high resistance, and it's come as resistance so far. So it is what it is. I'm not too really fussed about what happens. If it's gonna be bullish, we reclaim, hold above it, get back into this range, play it back to the mid range, squeeze it back to the range high, and then we'll see what happens here. Do we come back down, or do we actually squeeze it back to 108? I've been looking for 108 for quite a while, so that's what I've been looking for. I mean, I'm happy to go for longs over here on dollar index, which would be short across the market. Looking at shorts across the market, look at Euro USD. Euro USD, let's have a look. Fucking hell. It's looking alright actually, looking quite bullish. That's what we got here. We're back into the range low, macro range low. See if the dollar index is gonna be bearish. I mean, if it's gonna it's gonna be bearish. What I'm looking for is this particular area here, right? This particular area here to act as resistance. As long as it finds resistance, breaks down over here, then I can look for shorts, and this is my confirmation for shorts to play back down to this area there, to this area here. Or you can actually push up higher, which I don't really mind, into around here, this area here. So fucking hell. Yeah, you can push it into this area here, do something like that, and then when he steps back down, play back down. We'll see how he goes. We'll see what Euro USD is saying. But dollar index, I mean, like, yes, market structure is broken on the downside, but it doesn't mean that we can't push up. If we are going to look for a recession, so it's only a matter of time. So we'll see how it goes. All right then, let's go on to ES. ES is quite interesting, right? So ES, we're still got in September's range. Nothing's really changed there. Let me delete this. What the fuck's going on over here? Can't remember why I did that. We're above the mid range. We haven't retested that mid range with a quick flash up there. And if I were to actually just delete this, right, I want to show you where the pivot is. You can see this quite clearly. The pivot's right here. Okay, so this particular high. I mean, you can use this high if you want to. It doesn't really matter, right? But yeah, let's use this high. It's a range bound environment, so you know you can see consolidation, resistance over here, get back up, deviations over there, smashed up, find support, goes back there, coming back down, bigger deviation, and then we found resistance, clean resistance down the weekly, on the daily. Sorry, I was on Friday, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, can it still pop up? I'm quite happy for it to pop up. I'll follow it up there. Thank you, M. Yeah, smash up the likes, man. Fucking hell. So, fuck. Look like an Oompa Loompa now. Fucking Hitler looking Oompa Loompa. All red and shit, man. Bruv, you ever seen a brown man go red? Here we go. But yeah, that's the pivot right there. So, what's interesting about this, right, was this. Let's look at the weekly. How does it look like? Weekly looks bad. I mean, the interesting thing is we closed below. I mean, we took out the stops of this low here. That's all fine. As long as this low holds, I think we go back up into the mid range, probably around to here. And then if we reclaim, that would be my longs to play up to take out liquidity from last week's high and look at liquidity there. That's what I'll be looking to go for approximately. But let's just go on the daily and see what happens. Not the daily, the 1 hour. This is market plans. Yeah, so if you guys remember on Friday, I was saying that this gap here, I'm not a fan of this gap. It's going to get filled out. And I was saying that, does it go back up into the mid-range, into the range high? Does a bit of a deviation, which it does, come back down. It does a wick into here, finds resistance off the range, because you've got to ask yourself the fuck you're doing back in the range, and it comes back down to fill out to fill out the gap itself. All this gap was filled out by these areas, by these candles over here in particular. So that's all done there. So now we come to the mid-range. So now we wait. I think it's going to be the high of the day here, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like the high of the day here. 7, 8, 9. This is 10 o'clock. Yeah. So it looks like the high of the day. So let it do its thing, whatever it wants to do. New York comes in. Then we short the market back down to 25% of range, back down to range low. That's the short scenario. The long scenario will be during New York. We'll see what happens if it reclaims and hold above it. Show me bullish market structure. That's the only way I'll be quite happy to actually enter in. Then 75% of the range, then range high. That's what we're looking for ES. So Bitcoin. Skin face is fucking red, man. Fucking red skin face, man. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. I put too much. Never mind. So Bitcoin is quite interesting there. Let's have a look at the weekly. How does the weekly look like? Well, the weekly is quite interesting. You know what it is, right? Just picture this now. Number one, all we did, right, the following week is took out the stops there. That's all we did. Nothing else. And we closed within the range. Do we come back into this low here? That means there's liquidity. We're taking out the liquidity over here, and there's liquidity resting here. That's a possibility. So we look at the mid-range. I think the mid-range comes to around here, and see if we bounce into this area, break down, come back to the range low, and maybe squeeze into 15.8k. I've been saying 15.8k. I put it as a tweet there. I openly said it. I'm wrong above monthly open. Yeah, I got to above the monthly open, but we didn't hold it, so I'm still right in the shorts anyway. It just did a stop run. So I'm in both shorts on ETH and BTC since Friday. So we'll see how it goes then. But yeah, that's BTC as it is, like as a whole there. That's one thing, and really and truly, this range still holds. You see that high, it's capping the market. That's resistance, and now we come back, and that was support. So why can't we come back down here for support? I mean, the middle range is the first place we need to worry about. Once we get back below, sell it fucking down, back down, and I'll be quite happy with that. Where have we seen something similar to this? Well, let me show you this, motherfuckers. Um, so if I show you, this is July's low, right? And that was July's high. Look what happened. This is the high. We do a spike up, close back below the range. Then this is a high. Then we do a spike up, close back below the range. But this one's a further drop. So are we going to have a massive drop this week? I'll be quite happy. But FOMC will give us that clue really after Wednesday. So we'll follow it. What happens on Wednesday? I always think that energy is like England. Fuck you, bro. You dickhead. You a dickhead, fam. Bro, we lost, man. To be honest, the French, man, they played really well. I gotta give it to them. Harry Kane. What a fucking... what an idiot. Anyway. Appreciate the love, my bro. Thank you so much for that skin face. So, yeah, so that's the weekly there. Let's drop it down to the hourly. Let's make the plans itself. How's it looking like? Yeah, I want to show you this. So we got this trend line. Remember, if you guys recall, I draw this trend line there. That was still here. Support, support, support. Lost below it. Do we come back up as a retest and break down, lose its lows, and then send it back down to 16.2k? From 16.2k, looking at 15.8k around this area here. That I'll be looking for. Or do we actually reclaim and hold above it? Let's have a look. Does this reclaim these highs there? This month, whatever the monthly open is, come back to 15.72k, maybe a retest into here, break above, and then we go to 18.2, 18 whatever the number is. But that's the way that I'm looking for it as well. So if I were to do let's drop it down to another chart and see what this says as well. You can see the monthly open is actually acting as resistance, and as you can see, you got a resistance over here, deviation, you got a smaller deviation and a smaller deviation. So it's lower highs all the way through there. I mean, where would I be wrong? Get back above and hold above it. That's when I'll be like, yeah, comfortably to say, yeah, longs play up there. But until then, it's still range bound. I mean, we're just doing deviations. If it's gonna break out, think about it this way, right? If it's gonna break out, right, why is it like tagging this high so many fucking times? It's the trick all of you guys to say, yo, we're gonna go for longs. Only go on longs when it shows us to go longs. Right now, below the monthly open is bearish. Above the monthly open is bullish. I mean, we got above the monthly open, but we didn't even hold it. Because you see, once we got up there, you see this high here? This high was the key factor that was actually acting as resistance. We got resistance over here, resistance there. We got a spike up into this area of order block right there. And then we come back down. And you see this area here? This is the 1 hour consolidation over here. Resistance, resistance. Yeah, bit of a deviation of there. Still acting resistance, still acting resistance, resistance, resistance. It's fucking beautiful if you ask me. And it's just, once we lost this low here, bearish market structure on the lower time frame, you can all agree. So if we were making higher highs, higher lows, and then higher lows, higher highs, well, why do we end up losing this low over here? So it's all bearish market structure at the moment. So I'll pull back up. It's not a big deal. We are on Monday. So let Monday do its thing. Come to Tuesday, got CPI. And Wednesday will be FOMC. And we'll have a clear direction on where the fuck we're going to go. And if it's short to go low, it's short to go low. That's what I'm going to say in it. And then, like, you guys got you guys can actually kill the market on the downside, you know. Coffee's getting cold, man. So let's make our plans. Let's see how we look. What we got here. 15 minutes. All right. So what we got here? What time is it now? So we are fucking 10, 11 o'clock, right? So to me, okay. So what we got here? Two things here. I need Monday's range. Where's that fucking Monday's range again? Is this it? Yeah, that's it. That's the high, and that's the low. Right. So where we found support was close enough to the Monday's high, right? If I drop this, make this as black, right? So I'm just using last week's Monday's range. That's what it is. Weekly open is where? This is the fucking weekly open shit. So we got Monday's range, right? Let's just focus on this quite carefully, right? So this is the weekly range. right here. This is where the weekly open was. So it's a flat body at the moment in its own way. Could this be the wick of the thingy? I don't know. It could be it could well be. I mean, that has 5 o'clock. Let's happen at 7, 8, 15, 9. Happened this 10 o'clock. So really and truly, right? So I'll be looking for is this. So you see this area here, right? This high, right? I'm looking at see how London, New York opens as well. Let New York do its thing, right? Once we get back up and hold above it, I know this is bullish market structure for me to say, yep, let's go back up to the weekly open. From the weekly open, we'll see what happens. If we hold above it, then we keep the trade going to the mid range. From the mid range, see what happens because we've got the monthly open to start taking some profits there. You had to start taking profits as you approach there. Reason why? Because it's heavy resistance over here. It's a monthly open. Until we get above it, we can't say it's bullish just yet. So we're playing it back into the Monday's mid range. That's one way. Me personally, I think we're gonna go down lower. I don't think we're gonna come back down. I think like for me to end the shorts is let it do its thing. Once we come back down over here, take the shorts itself. This is your confirmation. Play back down into this area here, and then squeeze it down to get the liquidity over here, and then let's keep making the new Monday low and hit the last week's Monday's low itself, and then we'll see what happens. If you start breaking down on the downside, right, you can take the shorts all the way down to lower prices there. Lower prices we'll be looking for. I do want us to come back to the 16.5k. I do want us to come back down. Just like we popped up. We haven't filled this out over here, but we've popped up here. We filled this out right over there, and we come back down, and then we popped up here, and we fill that all this price action over here. So does it need to fill out this fair value gap here again? Not necessarily, because we already got price action over here, and and this to me was a balance in it. This is the balance of that. So the move itself is just not equally, but in its own way, it's actually just filled out wherever the move up it was done. It just filled the move back down as well. So it's now back to it's base now. So we're gonna see where the decision is. Do we get back down below? You got a small little day trade, scalp play. That's really it I could say to you guys because of the FOMC and CPI shit. But let's see what happens. Retest weekly open, but it could be. But from the weekly open, we'll see what happens as well. But if it's going to be a nasty week, it's going to be a nasty week. If it's going to be a good week, we could get it for FOMC. I think most people will be thinking, oh, we got a fair value gap over here, so that means FOMC is going to fill it out. But no, it doesn't have to. I've just explained to you that this move over here was in balance of this move over here. It's in response to that move over there. And does it fill out inefficiency? No, because there's this price action been done over here. A bit of price action is there. And it would be too blatant, right? I mean, it could happen, and I'll wait for the setup for me to do this, to go back into the weekly open, and then see if we can get into the monthly open itself. That's the setup there. But if we start breaking down, you got to start being prepared for the breakdown itself. So we'll see what happens. That's BTC. Nothing more really to say to it as well at the moment there. I mean, yeah. So I was saying when people start to break down last week's low, I mean, you can see this area here. Let's call it 15.550. Does something like that, right? Whatever it does, breaks down. You got your confirmation itself, smack it back down, take out these lows over here, and play it back down over there. That's the way I look at it as well. At the same time, if I were to draw a trend line, which we had, let me draw this trend line over here. From here to about there. Yeah, I'd say that was about right. But which can come back up to the weekly open off this trend line. Right, whatever it wants to do, come back down, and then you'd be like, oh well, that's just the support, that was the support, and then this is just the retest, and this is the sell off there. That's what you guys be looking at. But we'll see what happens. But looking weak in my opinion, in my humble opinion. So let's have a look. Ethereum is has been probably one of the best ones I've been trading. Actually, I've been quite happy with trading Ethereum, and it's been really, really perfect. Let's drop it down to the weekly. See what's going on. Fucking hell, it's cold, man. I need to put the heating on, man. Being a really stingy motherfucker by not putting the heating on. I take profits from my ETH and BNB shorts and enter with you. Oh, bless you, my bro. Why is Daink and then she left? Oh, sorry. FOMC will give me. Yeah, you can give a scan wick. But I don't know if you noticed, the previous FOMC, it's not been volatile. You know what I mean? Volatile. I mean, we could get crazy volatility coming up as well. But if those who actually are aware of the Bitcoin volume, the BVOL. So we are approaching lows back in like 2018 lows itself on the BVOL, and the 2018 or 2017, whichever, I can't remember what it was. Saw it from Crypto God John. Shout out to Crypto God John. I'm not one to use BVOLs myself personally, so I do see like Elise and I do see Crypto God John talk about it as well. Shout out to these two for their work as well, and I just take insight. I take in mind what's going on. I think some people will use like the VIX, which will be for like the ES. So let's have a look at VIX. What's going on quickly before we actually touch it. Yeah, VIX is coming. Oh, it's pushing up. We'll see how it goes. Looks fucking. I can't read this, to be honest. It's not one that I'm going to actually sit down and try and read it right now. I mean, there's other guys out there who will read it for you. So we'll just focus on the day trades itself. Let's have a look then. All right, cool. Let me just do this and then go back to Ethereum. All right, cool. I don't know if I'll do an FOMC review, you know. I'm not too sure if I'll do it on Wednesday. Do a session during FOMC. What do you guys think? Do you think it's worth it? So, with Ethereum, can you check Ape for shorts? I think we did that yesterday with the guys already. Actually, Ape. Let's have a look. So Ethereum USD. So we still got that range going on. We got like that July range there. Nothing really changed. The weekly itself. Let's focus on the weekly. What's happened? It didn't do a swing failure, right? Like, you know, with BTC, someone fell this high there, but Ethereum is showing heaviness. It makes sense. Why? Because it's bear market. In the bear market, the Ethereum drops harder than the Bitcoin. So if Ethereum is losing power and momentum, what that means, alt is gonna start dropping down too as well. So appreciate that, Angelo, man. Yeah. So if Ethereum's dropping down and showing heaviness, it's already showing heaviness, weakness in the price action over there. Whereas where Bitcoin did that spike up. So what that's telling me to me as a trader is that Ethereum is actually losing its momentum. If Ethereum's losing momentum, alt's gonna lose the momentum too, which makes sense why we talked about the total too. And what's gonna also looks like to happen as well. If we have a dump, it's gonna be Bitcoin. It's gonna be Ethereum's gonna have the hardest dump because it's Bitcoin that actually holds the power. So we talk about Bitcoin dominance. We'll talk about it in a second. There, Bitcoin dominance should be increasing, and Ethereum dominance should be decreasing from the top. So from my understanding, right? Does everyone understand that? Yeah. This is a normal sig. Hmm. The joint was done early on. I think I smoked 2 joints already. One in the beginning of the show. One just like probably about 20 minutes ago. Sorry, that's why there's a lot of coffee here. Sorry about that. So, actually, yeah, I was saying. So, do you guys understand what I'm trying to say about Ethereum dominance? Without looking at Ethereum dominance and Bitcoin dominance, I do believe that Ethereum's weaker, so Ethereum dominance should be dropping, right? If I were to show Bitcoin dominance, it should be increasing. So let's go let's go on the 4 hours actually, and you can see that it's actually increasing. So we are holding. I mean, most people will be looking for something like this, to be honest, right? Something like that. But what we've done is we've done a deviation and we just smacked up back up there. So yeah, Bitcoin dominance has pushed up on the upside, and if I'm right, if Ethereum dominance should be pushing down on the downside, which is starting to tell me there's gonna be some nasty weakness on this Ethereum dominance. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's consolidating, but it's not pushing up. So it's not pushing up along with with Bitcoin. So ETH has a bigger distance for, yeah. ETH, I mean, I got some spot buys at about 400 to 350 around that area, 450 to 350. That's what I'm looking to actually buy some Ethereum, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. If we go lower, I've got spare capital to go in. ETH, just have a look at that. Yeah, it's looking weak there. I mean, one will argue it's like, oh yeah, we got this trend line here, and we're gonna break this trend line, bro. Why did we not break it here? Yeah, if he's gonna break the trend line, why did he not break it here? Why did he not break it here? In fact, it's what has found resistance is off this very particular consolidation right there. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. And if that's the case, right, what's happening is that we've made a new lower low, right? on the lower time frame, on just focusing on this area. Market structure looked like it was broken, but instead, I mean, as long as this little holds, it still has potential to go up on the upside. I don't disagree, but I'm looking from a bearish point of view. It's just gonna break down. I mean, like if we do this, I mean, where would I like to go long? Is let it do its thing. Once it comes back up, I'm happy to take the longs on the BTC, play up, take out these highs there. But does it have to take out these highs there? Not necessarily, because if this was a high there and we did a stop run right over here, why does it need to do another stop run or even go higher? Why do you not just go high over there? You know what I'm saying? In December, it is what it is in my opinion. There's more weakness in the thingy. Daink set the higher of the day. So yeah, I mean, I bring this up. Let's bring the charts there. Oh yeah, here I was looking at this as well over the on Friday. If I draw this out, so you guys can see we've got price is getting capped between these two areas there, between this area consolidation and this area consolidation. Broken the trend line there. This low here is actually the key factor right here. So once we get below this low here, send the market back down and into this area here and see what happens. And maybe we can come into this base right over there. Once we lose this block here, send this fucking down and let's go lower. If I want to be long, for me, like I said, is we've got the trend line, whatever you want to call it. You've got this high over here. We've got this block over here. Once we get above and hold above it, let's go back into 75% range. Will it go to 75% range? I don't think so. I think we're capped with what it is. If you look at it this way, we are capped between 75% of the range and the mid range. That's where we are stuck in between. You got resistance here, support here, resistance, all that's resistance. So if I were to draw a Fibonacci into here, let's have a look. There and there. Let's look at the mid range. It looks like, yeah. So you can see how the mid range actually holds. Has respects to the value itself. We shank down. You can see it's being respected each time. So we're coming back to the 75% range. Send it back to mid range. Once we lose the mid range, send it back down to fucking 75, back to range low, and that'll be the mid range of EPTC. And let's go lower. If you look at it this way, from this point of view, on a daily, right? We've got a range bound environment here. That's the high, that's the low, back to high, back to low, back to high. Fill in the blanks. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you know what? Sidiums. That was a good one. I'll give you that one. That was a really good one actually. It was a very smart one. I love that. Big love to you, man. So yeah, so let's go back to Ethereum and start thingy. What's going on, TZZ Mike? How you doing, bro? Lupu, how you doing? I mean, at least say hello in it, if instead of actually requesting. So probably not now. That's the one thing about what the human race. We've got no manners, man. We've got too many dickheads out here. I mean, if the world was a bit more nicer, maybe I'd actually do the daily streams a bit more longer. But you got dickheads around, so yeah, I'm not doing EGLD. Sorry, bro. Go find someone else, man. Yeah. So we had one geezer. I can't remember who it was last week. Was asking for rune, and the funny thing is they're doing the joke of the rune joke in fucking the DCC now. So yeah, let's have a look. Talk about the weekly. All right, let's drop it down to the hourly. Let's see what we got here. Right then. So I might want to bring in Monday's range as well. Bring in Monday's range because we're still stuck in there. So Monday's high is here. Monday's low. No, this is the low. So yeah, we've done a bit of a deviation. Like I like to see. I'm in the shorts for Ethereum anyway. I got into the shorts around here, about around here. That's where I got in around 1290. That's where my shorts are. What's going on, Jawad? Bro, 55 inch, bro. Fucking hell, man. I'm honored. I'm honored that you're actually watching me on TV, bro. That's a beautiful honor. Thank you so much for that, brother. Dang, what's going on, brother? Good to have you here, man. It's been a while, isn't it? So yeah, what we got here? So like, yeah, I entered around here, and I mean, I'm pretty much decent down. My stop loss was over here, and yeah, so I'm up to like nearly 2R, so it's not too bad to play over the weekend. Thank you, Mo. We appreciate that, brother. Mm. Thank you so much for that, man. I generally from the bottom of my heart mean it. Like, you guys are really fucking sick, and I'm actually honored that I spent 6 months with you guys actually just doing this. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much for that, man. Fucking out, Final Country Club, man. On the toilet, number one and number two. So yeah, some water first. Let me carry on. So we're looking at it. We're coming out to thinking to the support area of Monday's low, last week's Monday's low. We're still capped in there. Yeah, Cryptique. He's fucked, isn't he? Panda Country Club. He's a fucked up guy. So we've got this high over here. This is the Monday's high and Monday's low. You can see the mid range, find resistance, do a deviation, bit of a deviation, resistance, we do a stop run. And this was very interesting yesterday as well. I was watching it, like I didn't watch it, I was actually driving at the time, but I came back and I noticed it. How we did this fat stop run there, and it was looking looking fucking bearish there. Like, to me, this is bearish. I mean, you can draw like this trend line over here, and what do we have? We've lost it completely. So I mean, is there anything to be bullish? No, not necessarily, in my opinion. For me to be bullish again, like I said, will have to be above the monthly open, but I can still play as a day trade. I think the higher the day is in my, well, weekly open is where midnight. Pardon me, sorry. The weekly opens here, right? It's not even at the mid range, and see, that's how weak Ethereum is to BTC. BTC's weekly open was where at the mid range of Monday's mid range, but the BTC but Ethereum, is it? Let's have a look before I actually quote that. Yeah. Oh, well, near the mid range. That's where the weekly open is, just right where the dotted line is. It's nearer to the mid range, but Ethereum decided to say, it's like a suck your mum event, man. I was saying this to the guy, isn't it? So like, the joke, and yeah, that's the weekly open. The joke was this. Everyone's looking for a black swan event in it, because crypto's actually going down and down and down, and they're like, yo, I don't think he can go up to 12k because he's looking bullish in X, Y, and Z. Your favorite crypto influencers is saying they're bullish, like they're mega bullish to all-time high. I'm seeing a lot of dickheads coming out with these macro bullish charts. Don't worry about them. They're going to disappear in a few weeks' time. Trust me, they're going to disappear, and they're going to be gone for a while. So alhamdulillah for that. So fuck these guys. You got like these the supposedly TA guys. Fuck you, man. What are you talking about, man? Sucking my dick, man, and shit like that. I mean, like, if you guys got any tweets that you've seen as well, like, send it over to me. I'll rinse it right now. I like to rinse it. There's one guy. Fuck it. Let me rinse it now. I'll get some time to kill. I mean, not Dev Chart. He's good. He's a geezer. What's good? Is it Dev? Tech Dev. I mean, look, I follow him, right? He used to follow me. I don't know what happened to him, man. He's got a bit of a sore bum. But look at this, though. I saw this chart and I was like, this is why we have a bit of a problem over here. Where was it? Here we go. That's it. Okay. This is an analysis, right? let me just like I want you to look. I shout out to Tech Dev. At least he's putting his work out there. So don't be disrespectful to him as well. That's what I want to say to you guys. Don't be disrespectful to someone else. But in my opinion, it's a bit of a. He could be right. He could be right. But he's been bullish for a while itself, right? He's been bullish since fucking 2020, but he's using, this is the total bullish since end of 2021, 2022, but he's using the total too. That's what he's using on this one. According to him, this is what his chart is, right? Like, I want you guys to think for yourself. Like, when you look at charts like this, think for yourself and have a look. So what he's done here, right? Let's just discuss this briefly, right? Let me change this into white so you guys can see. Yep, that's all good. So what he's done here, he's highlighted this as this RSI that is making higher highs, right? And around the same time, it made a double bottom, right? So that's his first analysis. The second analysis is this one here. We're now making higher highs, and at the same time, it's a double bottom, right? It's not really a double bottom. It's like, I think he's just making this up because look, that's the line. I mean, at least, but this one is straight line, so he's not really doing it as straight. But never mind, whatever. So he's got those two analyses. But then, do we see any other RSIs that were making higher highs? Well, this one here was higher highs. So why not highlight this one here? Why not say this is also a weekly divergence into the channel bottom, because it doesn't fit his scenario? Where did this here? This is 2019. Where did this happen? Right here. It's literally this here. He doesn't highlight that because it doesn't go with his thesis. His thesis is looking for the range low. off a channel. We don't work on these ascending channels, because eventually we've seen ascending channels. What happens is it breaks down, does something like that. I've just showed you all channels every possible way. If I were to like do this like that, like this, remember the channel I just did? You guys can see it. You guys see it on Twitter. You guys can do it yourself. What happens is you break down, we come back down lower. So he's doing a log chart. That's what he's doing. So as a and to me, it makes no sense. Why not this here? This is also showing this, but it doesn't fit his weekly bullish divergence charts. And then he ends up having like 963 likes and 202 retweets. I don't get it. Like, just don't follow these silliness. And then like, look, he's highlight this, right, and it's highlight that. Okay, no problem in it, right? You highlight this, and you're just showing that the mid range is where is actually support. So are you saying we're going back up to here? Because according to you, right, according to him, right, if again breaking it down, the weekly bullish divergence to channel bottom, this is it. And what is a divergence over here? What he's done is come back to the range high according to him. So are you saying that we're coming back to the range high? But look how funny enough that he's actually put the arrow here. So you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm not here to at anyone or look for beef or whatever. If they got problems with me, then fine, fuck them, innit? Let's talk technical analysis, and it's all good with me. But when you see these kind of charts, be very careful. I mean, I'll do another one. I'll do one more as well. I know his name's Mustache as well. When I look at these guys, I'm like, you just Mustache, yeah. I followed him at first, right? I still follow him anyway. But it's like they're doing all these charts here, and look. You see, like the bottom of 2015 is here, the bottom of 2018 is just the bottom of 22. But why did you fucking draw 30 months in it? Like, why is this one 30 fucking months? You know, that's the thing is, the reason why you done 30 months is because you're talking about where the next halving is. So is this the bottom of this? But what about here? What about here? Well, we go up there and then come back down. I mean, I'm making this up. I don't think it's going to go up to here, but then we come back down lower. Then this is the bottom again. I mean, why not? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get why they're actually making all these silly ass charts. But this was back in 20. I think there was it's like, again, Marv Z updates scores in it. But what is the Marv Z? Explain that to us in it. I mean, I don't get it, and I'm a trader in it. I don't know what's a MVRVZ score. Don't follow tweets, right? Like, or follow guys, in my opinion, who actually have these kind of things here. Yeah, it looks bullish, right? But motherfucker, what about like fuck it, I can't be asked. I really can't be asked. Fuck 'em. But what I'm saying is, be careful in it. Like, don't get yourself into stupidity like that. All right. So anyway, should you do? Yeah, I'll do a weekly live stream. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You know what? Originally, I'll tell you something though. What I wanted to do was have a stream where I just go through Twitter and just take the piss out of everyone. That really was a thing originally. That my concept when I was when I was looking at doing YouTube and whatever. That was like, I think I've got a bit of jokes here and there. I don't think I'm extremely funny, but I think I got some jokes. And I was like, yo, you know what? Like, I could actually go onto Twitter and just debunk everybody. And even if I don't need to debunk them, just take the piss out of them for the fun of it as well. And I thought, you know what? You're just looking for beef a little bit there, and I'm not really on it. I mean, I'm not on for a fight. I mean, bear market beef is the most dumbest thing I've ever seen. I've seen it, and to me, it's hilarious. It's fucking funny though. But we'll see how it goes. But like, I don't know. Like, we'll talk about it in the DCC in it and see what you guys think. You and SC, bro. You know what? SC is a funny guy in it. I wonder how it would be if we actually do just a joke stream, just talk jokes. No, charting, no nothing like that. Just talk bullshit. But yeah, ruffle some. Nah, but that's the thing is, you can't ruffle some feathers for no reason in it. Like, you're like, yeah, it's good for engagement and whatever, but it's such a headache at the same time. I mean, like, I don't have the time for it, and I don't think you do as well. If you were in my position, we'll see. It'll be a lot of fun, but we'll see how it is. But anyway, Ethereum. Let's talk about the Ethereum plan, and we call it a day. Right, so Ethereum itself, right? Where thinking what we're looking at. So the high of the day was here. I was talking about, yeah, like it's lower. It's quite heavier compared. I mean, the weekly open for BTC was approximately around here, near the mid range. This one's quite low. So I mean, like, look, if it's gonna be bearish, and I think it is gonna be bearish, right? What I'll be looking for is this particular. No, this here, right? You can see that's acting as resistance over here. get back up, hold the support. If you hold support, happy days. We can send this back up to the weekly open and see what happens. We hold above the weekly open, bullish market structure. Let's go to the mid range and then we'll see what's next then. Right, that's the trade there. But for the bearish play, I think for a bearish day, I think let's have a look at the timing. So that's 9:30. So this high happened at 9:30, right? So this high, the 9:30 high itself, acted as a deviation on the upside, right? So if we aren't able to break it, if we do something like this, break down, then I'd be like happy to take the shorts play back down to this area as a quick like scalp play. Once we get back below the Monday's mid range, start showing bearish market structure, send this back down lower, and let's go a lot more lower. I mean, like if I were to look at it this way, you know, you got this, you can draw that. So let it do its thing. It might come back down into here, into the base I was looking for. Let it bounce up, come back into this low here, for example, bounce back down. Once it comes back down, break below it, bearish market structure, send it back down, and I'll send it back down to the mid range for the weekly. So the weekly mid range comes around 12.10. Yes, we feel out the inefficiency over here, all over here, but we've got some more inefficiency here. We've got the October slow here. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see how it goes. Market structure wise is looking quite bearish. Go on the 1 hour. I mean, I think what everyone's looking for is this. For the bullish plays, this, and I'll be happy to do that. I'll be happy if we get a smash above it, get above the monthly open, and then do something like bearish bullish market structure. Then we'll be like, yeah, I'm fucking down to go to $1,400, and $1,440. I'll be down for that. But until then, it's day trades and scalp plays, right? So I mean, where we've bounced off to, we bounced off this high here, for example. That's where we bounced off there quite perfectly. It's a range bound environment from between these two SRs itself. I'll probably use this one here, this SR right there, and once it comes back down, let it do its thing. Little day trades and scalp plays back into the range low, hold below it here, bucket send this back down lower. So we'll see what happens there, and that's pretty much it. So I'm in the shorts already for BTC and Ethereum from Friday. Yo, SC, that's the fake one, isn't it? Yeah, it's a fake one, the bastard. Yeah, because a real one has thingy. Is a mod. Dickhead. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Any questions before we head off? Yeah, he's modded. Yeah, that's true. Is a fake one. Yeah, fucking dickhead. Anyway, so that's it. We'll call it a day then. We've been here for like an hour and 12 minutes as well, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. Plans are all set up there, play out there. We talked about like some of the alts are being bearish as well. Just mark out the levels. You know, just mark out the levels, and you can find out where the shorts there and whatnot. If you guys want to join the Trader Daink the Daink Country Club as well, you can hit go onto the website traderdaink.com, and that's where I'm more than happy to help out and give out if you guys have requests for alts and stuff like that, and guidance on your alts and whatever. I'm happy to do that there, but it's time to actually focus on the guys rather than as a whole. Yeah, you can join at any time, man. It doesn't really matter which where about. You can pick it up now, you can pick it up next week, next month, 2 months, whatever. It's up to you. But yeah, that's it for me. Speak to you guys soon. Take care, everybody, and catch everybody tomorrow. Bye, everyone.